I'm scarred, and it's tuna time.
Everything past YBL or the bunker, you gotta unlock yourself by walking there.
I can't.
You know what? Found another issue that's better.
One guy's down. There's still.
Shit! Go on.
I got him.
Should be behind us.
I'll reload. Oh, I'm hit. Oh man, I'm getting got one. One guy down. Two. One down. I'm lagging.
The scope is not good.
He's down. Today, we're talking gray zone warfare. So what is gray zone? It's a looter shooter extraction game. It's similar to other games within the genre. It's made by Madfinger Games. They're primarily a mobile game maker. I've never played any of their mobile games. This is their first jump into a FPS shooter game. And, well, they're using Unreal 5 for this one. So what makes this different than other extraction shooters? Well, for one, you play on one big map and it remains persistent when you're not deployed. Another thing that makes it interesting is how you insert into areas and extract out of them. You call a helicopter and you ride it in or out of the area. So, what makes this fun or good? Well, both of those questions are subjective. So I'll give you my experience so far. Right now, I got about 30 or 40 hours in, but only on the PvE side. And there's a reason for that, and I'll talk about that later. First, let's start off with the sound. The sound is amazing. The guns sound great suppressed or going loud. Grenades sound pretty realistic, and no, there's no giant fireball when they go off. I think the sounds of you moving around through the jungle are pretty good, you know, whether it's moving through the brush or the way your boots sound on the ground or the concrete, depending on if you're in an urban area. Um, it sounds great. There is one drawback though with the sound, and that is water. When you go in it, out of it, or walk through it, I don't think it sounds good. I think it sounds like a dog drinking out of a toilet. And hopefully they fix this sound because it sounds terrible. Um, Now the graphics. The graphics are stunning. I can't really say much more on that. I mean, I really feel I'm flying through the jungle or I'm walking through the jungle, or if I get into an urban area, I really feel that the graphics really help in selling you on this. I think they're great. I really do. I know a good many of you found my channel because of Star Citizen. Well, just like Star Citizen, this is a pre alpha or early access, whatever you want to call it. I really think they were trying to ride the whole Tarkov debacle when they released this and how they did it. I just that's my opinion on it. So the bad. Well, I will do my best to splice in when I can if I have good shots of it to show you what was some of the bad. But just hear me out. Graphically, there's a lot of pop ins, there's some ghosting, there's some shading issues, stuttering, frame loss, and I'd say the worst thing is GPU cooking. In one area, my GPU jumped to about 94 degrees. I will tell you straight up right now, I did not capture it. My NVIDIA overlay that would have been on the right hand side apparently doesn't show up when you're recording in OBS. I didn't take the risk, and I closed down the program and monitored my GPU. It did come back down relatively quickly, and there has been patches to address this issue. I have not gone back to that particular area yet, and there's other areas that I would like to try that I know is going to be graphically hard on my GPU. So I want to do further testing to make sure that this is 100% true. So unfortunately, there's more issues. Hit registration is sometimes absolutely abysmal. You can put in 30 rounds of, you know, some of the best rounds that are available in the game, and the guy doesn't even flinch, and he'll turn around and just pop you, and you're done. So that's been one of the reasons why um, I have been, and I recommend that you do too if you pick this up, to only play PvE at the moment. Another issue, unfortunately, as much as I praise the audio frequently goes out. It could be for a couple of seconds, it could be for a couple of minutes. The audio drops have gotten better, but they still do exist. Another another big thing, and I'm sure some of you guys are very familiar with this. Server stability. Well, it does crash. Um, the network will crash on you, and sometimes you also crash the desktop. Oh, because a lot of them
Getting
cheat.
thrown out of tournament.
All right,
Yeah.
game just crashed, and it's happened pretty frequently with me. I have changed some settings. It seems that when you change to DLSS and change it to balance, it kind of stops a lot of the crashes, but it doesn't stop all of them. And the network crashes, there's nothing you can do. It's just part of the network. And both network crashes and crash to desktops can come with some pretty bad consequences. If you cannot get back into the server that you were in, your stuff is gone. Um, your entire kit will be gone. Um, Unfortunately, this bad list is kind of long. bad guys, if they spot you or they hear you, they will be able to track you through walls, through buildings, through the thick jungle. And I do not have a good recording from my side watching one of my friends, whether it be Carl Kaput, or Grumpy or Guardian. Um, but it did happen. Grumpy and Carl both reported to me when I made some noise and they were up on a hill looking at them through a scope, that as soon as I made the noise, they immediately were tracking me through a a wall, and they had their guns right at me the whole time. It didn't matter where I moved; they were right at me. I'm going to try to find some footage to splice in here. Uh, Grumpy and I were taking some pot shots at some bad guys at approximately 700 plus meters away. And for us, they're really hard to see that far away, even with magnified optics. These guys, these bad guys with unoptic, unscoped AKs were laser beaming us from 800 meters away. Grumpy got hit a couple of times. I had I had myself get hit a couple of times. Thankfully, I took it in the vest. So not only can you get laser beam from 800 meters away, but some of the material that isn't exactly bulletproof seems to only be a one-way street. So you can take fire and get hit through that stuff, but when you return fire through it, well, it seems like your bullets just bounce off. So there's not really a point in trying to fire through some of the soft material that the NPCs can shoot through. My last few points on the bad. There isn't much loot yet. Yeah, there's some food, there's some water, there's some guns, there's some medical supplies, and some gear. But it's not worth that much. You can pick up an AK that's unscoped and you're selling it for like 85 bucks. You know, you might get a scoped AK-74 and it might be worth like 220 bucks. You're not making much money off of it. Medical supplies seem to be the way to go since they take up the least amount of space within your inventory, but you're not making a lot of money off of this stuff. Um, I am hoping that it gets changed so that if I am constantly running the same task or mission and I keep burning through gear, that I can stop and go to another area and farm equipment or farm drops or farm some random lootable spawn areas, that I could find something that's rare that's worth money and sell it for, a couple of grand. I know it seems like it might be set up for that. I just it's not available in this game as of yet. Um, Another thing that seems to be missing right now is crafting and repairs. Now, guns don't have durability. Now, your chest rigs, your all-in-one chest rigs, where it's a vest and a carrier, it it has durability. The helmets have durability, and when you get shot in them too much, they break. But there's no way to repair them. You pretty much dump them and buy new ones. So once again, it seems like it's being worked on and hopefully will get added into the game. We'll get some sort of crafting and or repair. All the graphical issues, the network issues, the audio issues, the lack of guns, which I don't think I even went into. There is a severe lack of guns and ammo in the game. Um, in its current state, I don't think it's worth the 40 bucks, let alone the 100 bucks for the supporters pack or foundations pack or whatever they call it. Um, as much as I've been looking forward to this game, I'm going to have to unfortunately rate it a 4 out of 10 tuna cans. I can't recommend it. I think it's got way too many problems right now. And unfortunately, who knows when they're going to be fixed, when things are going to be added in. It's one of those things where I think the company Madfinger saw what was going on with Tarkov and said, "Let's go. Let's run with it." Thank you guys for stopping by. Check out the other videos on this channel. You're going to see mostly Star Citizen stuff, but I'm doing some other things as of late, and I hope to get those out to you soon. And with that, so long. Thanks for all the fish. I'll see you in the next one.
Take a bit to load.
Network error. Disconnected from the server.
Rip.
Go to the menu.
Okay.
Nice. Got a lot.
Wow. Fuck. I might be asking for a refund if this keeps up.
You crashed?
Yep.
Wait, how do I use this? Use.
This is a very stuttery experience.
Yeah, it is not the best, isn't it? Excessive
Yeah.
griefing.
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh my. Yeah, weirdly, like in past months, a lot of streamers are
Oh, because a lot of them
getting
cheat.
thrown out of tournament. Yeah.
All right. Game just crashed. I'm on my way to you. I just ran into a couple of guys.
I'll die again.
Why am I stuck in a bush? Why am I stuck in a bush?
All right.
Like I can't get out of this bush.
5 hours later.
I was just gonna say sometimes you can force a crash, but like that was not really gonna help you here because you would just load back in.
Lose all your stuff, right? Yeah.
the rock.
I
Yeah,
mean, you can point the gun at the rock and switch weapons.
yeah. I tried that. It's
That feels bad.
Yeah. Do you want to know, Cal?
Hmm?
1 to 4, like you can switch between the two.